The crystalline spires of the Zephyrian imperial palace stretched toward three purple suns, their surfaces reflecting the eternal twilight of Zerion Prime. Within the opulent halls, Empress Vexala glided on her serpentine tail, her forearms gesturing dismissively at the ancient statue that had collected dust in the Forgotten Wing for centuries. "Clean that old relic," she hissed to Neha, the human servant who stood barely half the Empress's towering height. "The Galactic Council visits tomorrow, and I won't have them see our palace in such disgrace." Neha bowed her head, dark hair falling across her shoulders. "Yes, Your Majesty." The statue stood 12 feet tall, carved from what appeared to be black marble veined with silver. It depicted a humanoid figure in flowing robes, hands outstretched as if blessing or warning. Its face was noble yet stern, with hollow eye sockets that seemed to peer into eternity. No one remembered who had carved it or why it resided in the palace. It had simply always been there. As the Empress departed, her scales clicking against the polished floor, Neha approached the ancient monument with her cleaning supplies. She had served in the palace for 3 years. Ever since her colony ship had been captured by Zephyrian raiders, humans were prized as servants. Their adaptability and attention to detail made them valuable, though they were considered little more than clever pets by most alien races. Adnan appeared in the doorway carrying fresh water. He was Neha's closest friend among the human servants, a young man whose quick wit had saved them both from punishment more than once. His brown eyes reflected the same quiet determination that had helped humanity survive even as their homeworld burned. "Another impossible task?" he asked, setting down the water basin. "The Empress wants it spotless by tomorrow." Neha dipped her cloth in the water. "Help me move these cleaning supplies closer." Together they began the arduous process. The statue was massive, its intricate details caked with centuries of neglect. Neha started with the base, scrubbing away layers of grime while Adnan worked on the lower portions of the robes. Hours passed as they worked in comfortable silence, their movements synchronized from years of shared labor. As Neha climbed the maintenance ladder to reach the statue's face, something strange caught her attention. Beneath the dirt and oxidation, the silver veins in the stone seemed to pulse faintly. Like a heartbeat frozen in time, she pressed her palm against the statue's chest, feeling an odd warmth despite the cool marble. "Adnan," she called down. "Does this stone feel warm to you?" He paused in his scrubbing and looked up. "Now that you mention it, yes. I thought it was just from the work." Neha continued cleaning the face with meticulous care. As she wiped away centuries of dust from the eye sockets, her bare hand made direct contact with the stone pupils. The moment her skin touched the ancient surface, electricity coursed through her fingers, not painful but alive, as if the statue recognized her touch. The silver veins suddenly blazed with light. Both humans stumbled backward as the statue's eyes opened, revealing orbs of swirling starlight. The massive head turned slowly, ancient joints creaking like the settling of continents. When those cosmic eyes fixed on Neha, she felt her breath catch. Finally, the statue spoke, its voice like distant thunder. "After 900 years, a child of Earth has awakened me." Adnan grabbed Neha's arm protectively. "What are you?" The statue's lips curved into something resembling a smile. "I am Guardian Thane, the last of the architects, the race that came before. We seeded the galaxy with potential, waiting for a species worthy of our legacy." Its gaze remained fixed on Neha. "We have been waiting for humanity." "Humanity?" Neha found her voice. "But we're slaves. We're nothing in this galaxy." "Nothing?" Guardian Thane's laughter shook the chamber. "Child, your species survived the destruction of Earth. You adapted to alien worlds, learned alien languages, endured alien masters. You maintained your compassion in the face of cruelty, your curiosity despite oppression. Most importantly," the Guardian extended one massive stone hand toward them, "you alone still possess the gift that we architects valued above all others, the ability to awaken what others consider lifeless. Your touch doesn't just clean, child of Earth, it restores, it revives, it redeems." Neha stared at her hands, remembering all the small miracles she'd attributed to luck. Broken machinery that started working after her repairs, wilted plants that flourished under her care, even other servants who seemed stronger after her encouragement. "The Zephyrians and other species see only the surface of things," Guardian Thane continued. "But humans see potential. In this palace alone, how many forgotten corners have you brought back to life? How many neglected things have you made beautiful again? Adnan stepped forward. What does this mean for us? It means the age of human servitude ends now. The Guardian's eyes blazed brighter. Hidden throughout this galaxy are thousands of my kind, waiting in temples, museums, and forgotten ruins. Each one guards technology that could reshape worlds, knowledge that could heal civilizations, power that could shift the balance of the cosmos. The Guardian turned toward the palace's center where the Empress held court, but they respond only to humanity's touch. The other races, in their arrogance, have passed by our gifts countless times. They see only old statues and primitive artifacts. Neha felt something fundamental shift inside her, like a door opening in her soul. You're saying we're not just servants. You are the Inheritors, Guardian Thane declared. The galaxy has tested humanity in fire and found you worthy. Tomorrow, when the Galactic Council gathers, they will learn that Earth's children are not slaves to be owned, but partners to be respected. As if summoned by their conversation, the sound of approaching footsteps echoed through the corridor. Empress Vexala's voice carried ahead of her. Those humans should be finished by now. Guardian Thane's expression grew stern. Show me, children of Earth. Show me the courage that carried your ancestors across the stars. Neha looked at Adnan, seeing her own determination reflected in his eyes. For years they had endured, adapted, survived, but they had never truly lived. Not as equals, not as the proud descendants of a species that had touched the stars. As the Empress entered the chamber, her four eyes widening in shock at the awakened Guardian, Neha stepped forward. Her voice, when she spoke, carried the authority of humanity's long journey through darkness toward light. Your Majesty, she said calmly, I believe you and the Galactic Council need to hear what Guardian Thane has to say about humanity's true place in this galaxy. The Empress hissed in fury, but as more silver light began pulsing from ancient artifacts throughout the palace, awakening to human presence after centuries of slumber, her anger turned to something far more useful: respect. The age of humanity had begun,